Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for clicking on this video. If you're new here, welcome. I would really love it if you could subscribe to my channel. That would be great. Today, as you can tell, I'm going to be talking about Uber Eats and how to get more offers. I did a very small experiment and it worked. So I want to share that with you. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so my old strategy did not work well for Uber Eats. I would typically just hang around at the restaurants where I got most of the good Doordash orders. I received very few Uber Eats orders. I mean, very few. I would be waiting like in the malls, food courts, the places where DoorDash orders just come piling in. I was at Del Taco and I heard the employees talking about how many Uber Eats orders they were getting all of a sudden. And one of the girls said, well, there must be a special deal or something because, we're just being bombarded. I was picking up a Grubhub, not an Uber Eats, or it might have been a DoorDash, I don't remember, but I was not there on an Uber Eats order. But while I was there, I did get one. I didn't accept it because it was going in the opposite direction, but that was interesting to me and it made me think. So a little while later, I looked at the Uber Eats customer website, where they placed the order, and sure enough, there was Del Taco right on top of the screen of the front page, right when you open up the app, with a special too. It said it was like $5 off, $20 order, free delivery. Thinking, okay, great, this is why Del Taco's getting all these orders all of a sudden. $5 off $20, that's a significant amount. And free delivery. So I'm thinking, wow, okay. So hang around Del Taco, you're probably going to get a lot of orders. So I took note of what other restaurants were on that front page and which were on the deals page. And most of these restaurants were not in the areas where I typically wait for orders. So this was a little eye-opening for me. So I am going to try a new strategy for Uber Eats. I'm going to try to stay closer to those restaurants on the Uber Eats customer ordering site that have deals or that show up first on the app. I'm going to see if I get more orders and offers. I don't normally get too many Uber Eats offers, actually, maybe 4 or 5 over the course of a few hours, and most of them are really low offers. I do get a good one here and there. They're just very few and far between. I'm curious to see if customers order more from these restaurants with the deals or the restaurants that show up first on the page. How far down do they scroll? So, and I'm also going to note before I go out the ones with free delivery that day or, any special deals. Will I get a bunch more terrible offers or will people tip more because they save some money? If you're saving $5 on a $20 order, are you going to in turn maybe give that $5 to the driver or just going to pocket that savings and maybe tip less? I don't even know. So what's actually a few days later for me, it's only going to be seconds for you. I'm going to give you my results. Okay, so let's get going. So here's a result of my experiment. It was really not easy to be in the area of the Uber Eats restaurants with the deals because some of them were off by themselves and not really near any other restaurants. I didn't want to just sit there and wait for that one place to offer delivery. I know that probably would have been a good plan if all I wanted to do was get an offer from that one restaurant. Like, for example, Del Taco was an easier one because there are a lot of other restaurants around the Del Taco. Not a lot, but there's a handful. But some of them were like on a block, with nothing else near them. So I didn't want to just sit there. I was able to find an area that was centrally located to a few of the ones with the deals, and I stayed in that area for a bit. I did get a few offers. Actually, quite a few. I want to say in the course of maybe 20 minutes, I probably got 5 or 6, which is really rare for me. But they were all low, $3, $4, $5. And they were generally from restaurants where, people aren't spending very much money. So I get that. They're not going to tip, $10 for a $8 order or something like that. But these distances were not very short either. So it would be, $4 for, a 6-mile delivery or something. I was like, I'm not going to go do that. But anyways, I did get way more offers though. Not more good offers, but more offers. I then decided to try to hang around some of the restaurants that showed up first on the app. Some of these were clustered near the mall. Like there was Urban Plates. I can't even think of which ones they were. What else was there? There was a... I can't even remember what there was. Chick-fil-A and Jack in the Box. There was a couple others that were all within like a mile of each other, and I tried to stay clustered in the middle of those. I wanted to see what I'd get. Well, not much. So I think because I wasn't sitting right near any one particular one, that affected the amount I was getting. When I was parked in this previous area here, I was right in between a couple. So I think that helped because I was very close to both. There was 2 restaurants closer and then one was a little further, but I don't know. I think you need to be very close to them. When I was doing it at the mall here, I was trying to stay centrally located, and I was not, directly in front of any particular one of these restaurants. And I didn't realize that at the time until I came back home and I was thinking about this. And that was probably a flaw in my experiment. I probably should have spent a few minutes closer to each of the restaurants individually, and maybe see if I got more offers that way. But anyways, I didn't do that. And while I was sitting near the mall, I was getting a lot of Doordash offers. And there were a couple that I just couldn't pass up. So that kind of interfered with my experiment also. It was just another flaw that I found in my plan, because I shouldn't have had Doordash on. I should have just concentrated just on trying to do this experiment with Uber Eats being the only platform on. But I also wanted to make some money, and I was not taking any of these Uber offers. There was one that was $9 that I took. So during the whole time I was doing this, which was probably around 3 or 4 hours, I was trying this whole Uber thing. I only took one of the offers. It was a $9 one, and it was actually Chick-fil-A, and it was going pretty close, 2 miles or something. But that was the only one that was worthwhile out of all the offers that I got. So I probably got a total maybe of 10. I don't know. I didn't take screenshots or anything. I really should have, but I probably got, the bulk of them here, and then maybe 3 or 4 the whole rest of the day when I kept going back to this area here by the mall. Anyways, I rarely got any offers when I was near the mall. So I don't know why that was, because there were, like I said, 3 or 4 of those restaurants that were on the deals page were, in this mile radius of where I was. But anyways, I just didn't get as many as when I was very, very close to these ones, when I was actually in the parking lot in front of a couple of these other ones. So anyways, the experiment worked in a way, because this worked when I was really close to the ones that were kind of more isolated and there weren't a lot of other restaurants around. I did get a lot of offers. When I was a little more central to multiple restaurants, I did not get nearly as many. So maybe I need to try again and only have the Uber Eats app up. This was only a 1-day experiment, and I really only did it for about 3-ish hours. But maybe there just aren't many Uber Eats deliveries in my area, period. Maybe I was getting all that came up. I don't know. Maybe there was no other drivers around and I was getting all of them. I don't even know. So basically, for every 5 or 6 Doordash offers, I usually get 1 or 2 Grubhubs. And for every 12 to 15 Doordash, I get maybe 1 Uber Eats offer. So this is on a typical day, not during this experiment. On a regular, normal day when I'm doing all 3 apps at once. Maybe Uber has more offers. More drivers. So whatever offers come up, there's fewer available for everybody. Or maybe there's just less offers out there in general. I don't really know. I have never ever run into another Uber Eats driver while I am out. I typically see all the same drivers, when we're waiting for food at restaurants, and a lot of them, I recognize. I've never met one from Uber that I can remember, or that I've actually talked to. I'm not saying that none of them are Uber drivers, just none of the ones I have talked to. So maybe there's just not a big Uber Eats market here. I have received a handful of Uber Eats offers in the last couple months. I think I started in February with Uber. Most of the time they're really low. I know that Uber Eats hides tips like DoorDash does, but I'm not sure what percentage they hide. Is it everything over a total payout of $10, $11, $12? Is it a percentage? I don't have enough orders to really learn the game that they're playing and determine what level that is. Does anyone know? So here's some examples of some Uber Eats actual deliveries I have done. So these are the hidden tips. So I had a $12.10 become $18.25. I had a $12.90 become $15.44. I had a $14.41 become $16.37. I had a $14.78 become a $19.43. I got these numbers purely from my earnings pages inside of Uber Eats, so I didn't just make up these numbers. These are actual numbers. I had a $27.68 become a $33.50. I had a $22.67 become a $28.77. I had an $11.22 become an $11.68. However, I had a $12.31 stay $12.31. I had a $14.83 stay $14.83. I had a $13.11 stay $13.11. And I had an $11.58 stay $11.58. So these were all of the basically higher offers that I have received. I took, of all the Ubers that I've taken, the majority of the ones I accept are like $9, $10, $11, and then these are the higher ones that I have accepted. So I don't see any pattern in the hidden tip algorithm with Uber Eats. So anyways, I'm not sure how they hide the tips, or how they determine when they're going to hide the tips, or if they're doing it the same way DoorDash is, or if they have their own plan. Do any of you know? I'd love it if you could put that information down in the comments. So, yeah, that would be interesting to hear what you have to say. So anyways, my conclusion is if you want more Uber Eats offers, go hang out right by the restaurants that are listed in the deals section on the customer ordering app. Be right near the restaurant, as like in the parking lot in front of the restaurant. You will get a lot of offers for that restaurant. Maybe not good ones, but you will get offers. This information is based solely on my short little experiment and only in my area. I don't know how it will work for you. Your experience, I'm sure, will vary. In other areas, it really sounds like Uber Eats is a very profitable platform. I just don't think it is here. Yeah, like I said, I get random good ones here and there, but the majority of them are really low. So, anyways, So what's your opinion? Do you think my new strategy is worthwhile? Do you think it'll work? Have you ever tried it? What strategy do you use for Uber Eats? How do you get the good offers? How do you get the bulk of your Uber Eats offers? Do you get a lot of Uber Eats offers in general? Do you multi-app? Can you compare to Doordash and Grubhub? Do you think you get an equal amount or more? Do you get good ones? I know a lot of people do. I personally just don't have that experience. Please comment below. Let me know your Uber Eats experience overall. Tips, tricks, whatever you want to share. I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you're willing to share some information with me. That would be great. Thanks.